Hi again, my name is Leah Kalk. I am a licensed clinical professional counselor and the director of the Idaho Radar Center at Boise State University. This week is National Prevention Week, and I've put together 4 short videos on different topics. Today, I will be talking about preventing underage drinking and alcohol misuse. Alcohol is the most commonly used drug among youth in the United States, and underage drinking poses huge health and safety risks and is a serious public health problem. The consequences of underage drinking can affect everyone, things like aggressive behavior, property damage, injuries, violence, and deaths. Even though youth actually drink less often than adults do, when they drink in a more dangerous way, which is binge drinking. Most young people who drink alcohol do so by binge drinking. Binge drinking is consuming multiple drinks in just a couple of hours. The amount varies based on gender and age. Recent research shows that for boys ages 9 to 13, we are talking about 3 drinks in around 2 hours. For boys ages 14 to 15, about 4 drinks. And for boys ages 16 and 17, about 5 drinks. For girls, it looks a little bit different. Binge drinking for girls ages 9 to 17 means drinking about 3 drinks in around 2 hours. In order to understand binge drinking more fully, it can be helpful to understand how much alcohol actually equals 1 drink. Different beers, wines, and liquors have varying alcohol content, but on average, 12 ounces of beer equals 1 drink, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of liquor. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that on average, alcohol is a factor in the deaths of 4,358 youth under the age of 21 each year. This includes things like car crashes, homicides, alcohol poisoning, and suicides. Underage youth who drink are at higher risk for injuries, using impaired judgment, physical and sexual assault, either carrying out the assault or being the victim of the assault, and having problems with school or with the law. Because our brains are not fully developed until well into our 20s, alcohol can interfere with this development. This has the potential to lead to cognitive or learning problems. It could also make the brain more at risk for alcohol dependence. In fact, people who start drinking before the age of 15 are 4 times more likely to meet the criteria for alcohol use disorders later in their lives. It is normal for people in their teens to focus more on asserting independence and taking risks. But one of the ways they might choose to do that is by drinking. Youth are also significantly impacted by what they see around them, including family, friends, or celebrities who drink, advertising for alcohol, and the media. They also may be drinking due to peer pressure or even stress. Lastly, many youth have easy access to alcohol. In many cases, youth report they got their alcohol through family members or found it at home. Behavior changes are a normal part of adolescence, but sometimes they can point to a problem with drinking alcohol. Look for changes in mood like increased anger or irritability, academic problems, rebelliousness, a change in their friend group, having less interest in activities they previously cared about, problems concentrating or remembering, slurred speech or coordination problems. Of course, if you smell alcohol on your child's breath or find alcohol or empty bottles or cans with their things or in their room, that would definitely be a warning sign as well. Parents can actually have a large positive or negative influence on their child's drinking. Parents can help by talking with their kids about the dangers of drinking. Parents can also serve as positive role models in general, but also specifically with alcohol by drinking responsibly if they choose to drink, and by not binge drinking. Research shows that a child with a parent who binge drinks is more likely to binge drink themselves than a child whose parents do not binge drink. Because many youth access alcohol at home, it is important to make sure alcohol is not available, whether that means it's locked up or simply not at home. If your teen wants to have a party, parents can supervise to make sure that there is no alcohol, and encourage kids to participate in activities that don't involve alcohol. And lastly, having regular conversations about life in general, just being involved in your child's life reduces the risk of them drinking. Now it's time for one more general prevention tip. Get to know your children's friends. Having friends who use drugs or alcohol is a big risk factor for your teen using. Talk with your teen about the importance of understanding their values and choosing friends who think similarly regarding alcohol and drug use. Thank you for listening. Remember, the Idaho Radar Center provides free resources and materials on drug and alcohol use prevention. So for more information, please visit our website.